What's your date of birth, Tom?
8/20/28. He was a policeman
Was he? Here?
in two countries. He was a member of the Royal Irish Constabulary. My parents are both from Ireland,
Okay.
and I'm an Irish citizen by virtue of that.
Do you have dual citizenship?
Apparently, yes, I'm quite sure that's the case, yes. Returned, became a cop in Newark, New Jersey. He was a cop all his life in Newark, New Jersey, remaining life in Newark, New Jersey. My mother was from Ireland as well. She was from an adjoining county.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
What was that? December 7th, 1941. I was about the 7th or 8th grade. About the 8th grade, I guess, 7th grade.
Did that make any impression? You're pretty young as kind of...
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I was a very avid follower of the Second World War, and I became a part of it, so to speak. I was in the Navy. I joined in 1946, and the fighting was over in the end of '45, but the war lasted till 1950 officially.
What was your motivation to join at the time? You graduated from high school?
Yeah, well, my parents couldn't afford college for me, and I thought, well, I knew there was I could get the GI Bill if I joined, and I did. I joined until I was 21. I went in when I was 17, and I got out when I was 21, a little over 3 years. I never was on a ship. I was a neurologist, weatherman. I went to weatherman school, and I spent 2 years in Newfoundland after the war, or 1947 to 49. An American Air Base up there, Argentia. I remember a bunch of us guys were looking for places to go after we got through with neurology school in Lakehurst, New Jersey. And some yeoman, apparently he didn't know how to spell so well, and he had it listed at Argentina. Closest place to Europe, in North America, or Tennessee and Newfoundland. Thought I was going to Argentina. It was a great place. Preparing flight plans, weather reports for the flyers, state naval flyers. I did that there for almost about 21 or 22 months. Then I went down to, where did I go? Norfolk, Virginia, and I finished up down in Norfolk, Virginia, the Naval Air Base there.
So what brought you to Jamestown, New York?
St. Bonaventure. I was in the Navy, had the GI Bill, and read a book by Thomas Merton. You heard him?
Yeah.
7-Story Mountain. And brought me up to Bonaventure, in Olean, New York. I married a girl from Olean, New York, a Polish girl from Olean, New York, Dorothy Lewandowski. I majored mostly in social studies, English, and stuff like that, and I got married when I was in college. I was older than most of my classmates because I had the military service behind me. And I said, what the hell am I going to do for a living? So I figured, well, maybe I'll try teaching, which I did.
St. Bonaventure had a football team, didn't they?
Oh yeah. I was on the freshman squad when I got out of the Navy. And I was on it for about 2 or 3 months. But I had bad habits from the Navy, drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. And after 2 or 3 months, I dropped out.
Was Marcia Broda there at the time?
He started with me. He was the only kid among the freshman team who had a scholarship. Jack Butler was a year ahead, yeah.
You say, ladies and gentlemen, tending the 18th tee is Tom Harte,
Holding the flag.
holding the flag.
I was a caddy when I was a kid. Maplewood Country Club outside of Newark, New Jersey. And I was the youngest caddy master they ever had in 1945. I was 17 years old. All the other guys were in the military.
Yeah.
So I was a caddy master there in 1945. And when I finished teaching up in Limestone, I came down to Jamestown. I had a job, but I had no money. I mean, there was no pay for the summer. So I noticed Moonbrook up there, and I went up there and I started caddying. And nobody knew who the hell it was. I was new to the area. Well, eventually, they found out I was going to be a teacher in Jamestown. And George Gessler, remember George?
I do.
He offered me a job as a caddy master. When I think about my times in Newfoundland and elsewhere, good experience.
Well, Tom, thank you ever so much. And
Oh, I've enjoyed talking with you.